And, no panic. Our offense started to move the ball. So let's just keep at it.
And when you have a partially blocked punt to get it down to the 5-yard line, you'll take that every time.
Absolutely. We didn't see Brett run yet. We've only seen Aurelian run one. It takes a little bit to get into our offense and get moving.
So 5 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. They'll have a 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Mustangs up on the board 7-0 as they got a big touchdown on their second possession. At first possession, the Eastern defense was able to shut them down after that opening play. But now, following that Eastern drive that stalled, they'll have a 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line.
I'm not sure why they took the timeout. I don't think they were comfortable with the personnel or the formation that they originally lined up in. So whatever they're doing, they're making some sort of change here.
I want to thank everybody listening in on the JAKIB Sports Network. We just got a text from the SID over at Eastern. The audio and everything is now up on the stream. We may have been having an issue getting transmission out of the box, but that has now been corrected. So we'll get you up to date on what you may have missed. 5 minutes and 19 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. There's a timeout on the field. Eastern is trailing 7-0 to the Mustangs, and the Mustangs will come out and they'll have a 1st down and 10.
And a shout out to BJ Nolick, John Nolick's dad, who also let us know that we're having issues with our technology up there. But this game is, right now it's 7-0 Del Valle. They had a short field. This is a big defensive possession here for the Eastern defense to hold these guys to a 3-and-out.
All right, so 1st down and 10. Lattimore standing on his gun goal line. They'll go right to left. Krause in the backfield. Shot from Lattimore out inside or close to the 10-yard line. Number 24, Noah Robinson. TJ Alston on the coverage. Robinson, remember, had that big first play of the game that put him down at the Eastern 33-yard line before that drive stalled. It'll be 2nd down on that short pitch and catch.
That is a really gutsy call to throw a hitch. If he throws that inside, it's picked.
2nd down and 6. Gain of 4. Lattimore out of the gun. Standing on the 4-yard line. Snap. Lattimore fakes over the middle, and his pass is intended for number 42, but broken up by the Eastern defense. Broken up nicely. And that'll bring up a 3rd down as Drew Beckford got his hand on the football, and they'll make it 3rd down and 6. Football still on the 9-yard line.
Great coverage there by Drew Beckford. Great to see Jamari James back out there. Kyrie Taylor also getting some time with Jamari's injury, but good to see him. He had great coverage there on the post route. But to coach's credit, to what he's been saying, they're getting him out of trying to run with the best running back in the conference.
So 3rd down and 6. Big 3rd down for Lattimore. He's under pressure. He's going to tuck the football away. He's going to keep it, and is he going to get to the line to gain? They track him down at the 14-yard line. Cole Jones was there. He'll be short of the line to gain, and the Mustangs will have to punt the football.
Don't be surprised if the punting team tries to do a hard count here.
Yeah, this is one of those times. Absolutely. Just set up the return. Great job by the defense, forcing a 3-and-out. Good job there by Cole Jones in his linebacker position, making sure that quarterback didn't get, as Krause was saying, the line to gain.
McKinney, number 38, in the punt for the Mustangs. That football is going to bounce out at midfield, and then it's going to roll to the 39-yard line of Eastern as Nicolopoulos stays away, and Nab and the offense will come out on a 1st down and 10, and they'll start from the 39-yard line. 3 minutes, 42 seconds remaining. We're glad you're with us, and we're glad you're listening and hearing us here across the JAKIB Sports Network. It's 3:42 remaining. It's the opening quarter. The Mustangs have a touchdown. They lead Eastern 7-0. Nab and the offense going left to right. On a 1st down and 10, Nab standing on his own 34-yard line. Now, here comes Jeremiah Brilliant. There goes Jeremiah Brilliant, and he gets out. Game-saving tackle or touchdown-saving tackle by number 16. But Brilliant gets out to midfield. Good enough to move the sticks. It's first down.
I'll tell you, whoever designed that play, I love it.
It was a cross counter.
It was a cross counter, but they faked the jet sweep.
Yep.
Nasik Smith's number 2 has been running that jet sweep really well. Faked it to him and then give the ball to Jeremiah Brilliant. I love that play on first down.
16 doesn't make that tackle. It's a touchdown.
Yeah.
First down and 10 now for Nab and the offense. He's at the 45, out of the gun. Nab looking, taking another shot down the field, and he's looking for his man, and he may have been picked off, and he was number 16, who made the touchdown-saving tackle on Avrilian, makes the play again, only this time he picks up and picks off the football, and the Mustangs will have a first down and 10 as Darius Thomas gets the steps in front and picks off the football to be first down and 10.
Yeah, he just got better position there than Eddie Swinton. Eddie Swinton last week had a touchdown on that same play on that post route.
Slightly underthrown, which allowed the corner to get over there and help with the safety.
So 2:59 remaining opening quarter. 7 for the Mustangs. No score for Eastern.
We had to see something on film that we keep going deep.
Lattimore on a first down. Here comes Krause.
He's going to lose 2.
He's going to lose a couple of yards. Gashawn Moody hit him first. It'll bring up second down and 12.
I think Moody was in their huddle.
So Moody's on that defensive end position, kind of that jack position or whatever they call that outside position there. And they had him blitzing on there. That was a great play call there by Corey Dave and the defensive staff.
Second down and 11. Football on the 11. Lattimore gives to Krause. Krause to the outside. Crosses the 15-yard line. Puts the shoulder down and then gets out to the 20-yard line. Drew Beckford came up to make the stop. It'll bring up third down.
Good play there by Drew Beckford coming out from his safety position.
3rd and 5. Football out to the 20.
That was the first time they tested the perimeter on the run.
We're at the 2-minute mark, opening quarter. 7-0 Mustangs. Lattimore from the 15. Over the middle. There's this man, first down, and a little bit more. Pass complete. Number 24, Robinson again, and he's got the first down. They move the sticks.
Yeah, Jason Bateman had really good coverage on him. The quarterback just put it in a spot where only he was going to get it.
They've got a lineman down.
Injured player down on the field for the Mustangs. 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. The Mustangs will have a first down and 10. Football out on their own 34-yard line. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Eastern University football on the JAKIB Sports Network. If you own a company and you're not producing a podcast, you're missing out. The public consumes messaging when they're ready. Join the professional podcast network of companies and let JAKIB Media Partners put you in the podcast arena. Come to our professional studio or we'll come to your place of business and professionally produce your company podcast. Call JAKIB Media right now at 267-261-3428. 267-261-3428. And back here live on the JAKIB Sports Network, 1 minute, 38 seconds remaining opening quarter, along with my partner, Warren Schmidt, and, of course, the coach, Bernie Nowatarski. I'm Joe Krause. It's the final regular season game for the Eastern Eagles. And coming up at halftime, again, we'll lay out all of the postseason scenarios for you just to make sure that we can go back and recycle some of that audio from our earlier pregame show. We had a little transmission issue, and the audio was not getting out over the airwaves. We've got that corrected now, so we'll do that for you at halftime. First down and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Krause again, this time up the right side, puts his shoulder down, banging, but no, he's met by 3, 4, 5 white jerseys. Does get positive yardage, not much. Might be the toughest 1 or 2 yards you're going to get, or 3 yards you're going to get on the afternoon, but it'll bring up second down.
Will LaFontaine and Wayne Clark and Salif Nakima and Freddie DiNardo. That's exactly how you want your defense playing the run.
Second down. Football out to the 38, less than a minute. Lattimore to Krause and DiNardo. Lattimore had both of us fooled. Is the football
That's
out?
not a flag.
What are they calling flag on? He fumbled it.
Well, he slid, but he slid as they were tackling him.
Now the officials will talk about it. Football came out. Lattimore pulled the football out of the belly of Krause.
He's a runner, though. I don't agree with that that call. I don't get that one.
Now they're marking off a 15-yard penalty against Eastern. And they'll spot the football down at the Eastern 44-yard line. Is that a personal foul they called on Eastern?
They must have.
They called it for tackling him when he slid.
1st and 10 down to the Eastern 44. Lattimore now gives it to Krause. Straight ahead, Krause gets down to the 41-yard line. Jaden Todd came up to make the stop. Salif Nakima there to help him out. It'll bring up second down.
Yeah, and that's how you want your safeties coming up and fill the hole.
And the first quarter is going to wind down, and the Mustangs are already walking over toward their bench. They will not snap or take another play, and 1 quarter will be in the books. They'll have a 2nd down and 7 from the Eastern 41 when play resumes. Your play or your score after 1 quarter, the Mustangs 7 and Eastern. Still no score up on the board. Back in a moment.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
1 quarter in the books. The Mustangs have a 7-0 lead in possession of the football. They got a 2nd down and 7 from the Eastern 41-yard line. Lattimore, he's going to fire. His pass over in front of his own bench is complete. Number 27 on the end of that pitch and catch. Good for a 1st down. They move the sticks.
I'm going to tell you, during that whole break, Crocker was still yelling at the refs for that call. He actually got the iPad and pulled the video up and was yelling to them to come over and look at the film.
Which you know they're not going to.
Of course, they ignored him.
Right.
And the guy over here is laughing, because he's being called out, which drives me nuts as a coach.
Stephen Tatum, number 27, was at the end of that pitch and catch, so it's good for a 1st down. Mustangs on the move. Lattimore standing on the Eastern 37. Here comes Krause, and he is hit immediately as soon as he gets the football. Cole Jones is there to make the stop. Loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down.
Great read.
Great read by Cole Jones, especially what do you want to not let a running back do? Get ahead of steam. And before he got a cut there, Cole was there, tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Hey, Coach Crocker wanted a practice playoff game. Here you go. A lot of adversity so far has hit this team, and it's only a 7-0 game. So Eastern needs to hold them here and get the ball back for the offense.
Second down now for Lattimore on the offense. He's out of the gun. He's under pressure. He fires, and the pass is caught but out of bounds. It'll be incomplete, and that'll bring up third down. Number 24, Noah Robinson, had it, but he couldn't get the feet in along the sideline. Or call it 3rd and 12.
Great play by Jamari James. Jamari James, if he doesn't tackle him out of bounds, that kid's going to come down inbounds. Great play by Jamari James. Good to see him back out there.
I thought the backside judge was going to come up and wave it off.
So 3rd and 12, 13:38 remaining second quarter. Eastern needs a stop here.
Could see a slip screen or a bubble screen here.
Lattimore standing at the 39-yard line. Big 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun. Snap. Pressure! And they got him behind the line. Lattimore is sacked. Wayne Clark, the first one there. Clark actually comes away with the football, but a big sack from Wayne Clark on a 3rd and 12. Lattimore, by the way, still down on the field. May have lost his air as he was holding on to that football. I don't want to speculate on that, but a big stop for Eastern on that 3rd down.
Huge sack, obviously, to force the sack, or the huge sack there by Wayne Clark. But great job by the defense, really creating a 4th and 25 right here. But great job by the defense holding after the pick. Good job.
You and I were watching their kicker in warm up, and he has a pretty good leg. So this definitely takes him out of any chance of a field goal attempt. Quarterback for them is at least sitting up.
And that's how you want your defense to respond. After the offense lets up a turnover, force a punt, don't allow any points. Again, this defense is ringing the bell. Every game they've played well. Good to see them continuing, especially against a really good Stevenson offense. We got to check out how many yards the running backs have. When we get those stats, we'll let everybody know.
I don't think it's many.
So 4th down and 23. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in and listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network. And we're glad you're with us now, and we're glad you can hear us bring you the game. We had some transmission issues, perhaps with the firewall, where we were broadcasting and you weren't able to hear us. But we're glad that you have us now. Thank you for your patience in working through that process. We have 13 minutes and 9 seconds remaining following the punt by the Mustangs. The Eastern offense will come out, and they'll be inside their 5-yard line. They'll be down at their 3-yard line, 97 yards away from tying this game up.
I thought Justin was interfered with there trying to get to the ball. I love the way Justin plays, but the last 2 punts he should have caught, or at least attempted to catch, because he would have caught that on the 10 instead of us being on the 2. And the last one before that, I thought he had time. So I'm not saying I love the kid, but, and it's easier said than done. But you and I have both done it. You want to catch those.
1st down and 10 now for Nab and the offense. 13:09 remaining. Nab's going to try and run the football. It gets out to the 5-yard line. Tough sledding for Brett Nab, a hard 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, the 2 running backs, Krause has 32 and Jeremiah has 12 for the first quarter. So not anything to get too excited about. Krause's a hard runner, but I think we've contained him pretty well, and our kids will get moving.
2nd down and 8. Football out to their own 5-yard line, right to left for Eastern. Nab standing on his own goal line. It'll be to his right. Puts it into Jeremiah. Thought he was going to take it back. Jeremiah spins out to the 10-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Did Jeremiah pull? Because I think Brett tried to pull it. I think Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah's like, I'm taking this
I'm
ball.
taking it, right?
I'm taking it. I'm going to get some yards here.
Yeah, I really think Brett tried to pull that.
Good hard run there by Jeremiah. Brilliant. 3rd and manageable here. But this is one of those big plays that the offense needs to convert on. Get a big 1st down here.
And if you're going to pass, you only need a 4-yard, a 4-yard out, a 4-yard hitch, something easy. We don't use our tight ends too often in any pass patterns.
3rd and 3 for Nab and the offense. and now Eastern takes a timeout. We'll keep it here. You're listening to Eastern University football on the JAKIB Sports Network. Go ahead, Coach.
It's a good timeout. Good time to take one. I mean, you're way down in your own zone, and you're looking at a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4.
First quarter numbers for Eastern total offense. What are they?
Total offense, 97 yards for them, 44 yards for us.
44 yards for us. So the offense has not done much.
18 plays for them, 10 plays for us. Time of possession is getting kind of lopsided. They've had it 9:43. We only had it 5:17.
All unusual comparisons so far.
They're 2 for 4 on third down conversions. We're 0 for 2. So this tells me there's a good time for this timeout.
Absolutely. This is a big third down conversion. Coach, we talk about this all the time. Every game boils down to 5 to 6 plays, and who makes those plays usually wins the game. I think this is one of those initial big plays because you don't want to be punting from your own 10-yard line here, especially it looks like against the wind. I can't really tell. I think seems like it's going left to right here, but still, do not want to be punting from this spot right here. Definitely want to get a big first down.
3rd and 3 from their own 10-yard line. Nab standing at his 5. Here comes Avrilian. He gets out close to the line to gain. Let's see where they spot it.
I think it's a first down.
Yeah, it should be a first down, and it is. So Jeremiah Avrilian gets the needed 3 yards. First down Eastern. I think that's a big conversion. That is a big conversion for this offense.
That is a huge conversion for this offense. First off, it gets another 3 downs for this offense. Lets the defense still get some, fluids in them and rest for a little bit. They've been on the field a lot. Huge first down there. I love that they put it on number 3's back to get that. I mean, he got that first down by an inch.
Basically, at the timeout, let's run our offense.
Nab on a first down and 10. Jeremiah again. Nothing there at all for Jeremiah Avrilian. That'll bring up a second down. Kind of slung down to the ground. I don't know if you want to wake up. I don't know if you want to wake him up. But Jeremiah throwing backwards and then slung to the ground by the defender. It'll bring up a second down.
That's the 3rd time they've done that, including one in the first quarter when they were about 4 yards out of bounds. You're going to wake up a hornet's nest at some point.
Second down and 10. No gain for Avrilian. Here comes a fake to Nasik Smith on that jet sweep. Nab keeps the football, runs up straight ahead, gets out to the 19-yard line where it'll bring up 3rd down. We're right at the 10-minute mark here in the second quarter.
Here's where it is a little difficult to defend us sometimes. We will run on 3rd and long or 3rd and mid, but we also pass. So you got to decide if you want to be in a running defense or a passing defense.
So 3rd down and 4. Let's see what they dial up. Football out to the 19. Nab, snap the Nab, in the gun, set up the screen, pass complete, over the middle, and that's Chris Rivera, good for the first down, spins his way before they get him down to the 28-yard line, but good enough to move the sticks. Good play call, first down Eastern.
Great play call. Love getting Chris Rivera in space. Great route there by Chris Rivera, and an even better throw from Brett Nab of trusting, as Coach will say, trusting your reads, finding your read, finding the void. That was a big first down for the offense.
Little underneath slip screen.
First down and 10 from their own 28-yard line. 9:07 remaining second quarter. Nab pulls it away, keeps the football, now throws the football back to Nasik Smith. Flag down. Smith caught it, but a flag is down. Let's wait and see what this is.
Lineman downfield.
I think illegal lineman downfield. That's what it looks like from up here. Brett was rolling to his right, looking for Nasik Smith. Sometimes the linemen don't know if he's going to run the ball or throw the ball.
But he threw it so quick. I don't know how you get downfield.
I think these officials are officially off Coach Bernie Nowatarski's Christmas card list.
You have to understand they're not close to it before it starts.
Right, they're not on the list.
Yeah.
They're off the list that they're not on. First and 15 Illegal man downfield against Eastern. 5-yard mark off back to the 23-yard line. First down and 15. 8:59 remaining second quarter. Mustangs have a 7-0 lead. Smith in motion. Nab's going to keep the football. Straight ahead. Not much for Nab.
You got the penalty back. You go back to your game plan.
I also like getting some of those runs in there for Brett Nab. That kind of, I mean, he's, again, we call him a linebacker that's playing quarterback, developed into a really good quarterback. We talked about in the pregame. He's got over 1,000 yards passing, over 1,000 yards rushing, everything you want in a leader, everything you want in a quarterback. I like getting him involved in the game, in the run game of taking those hits because he doesn't avoid any contact.
It'll be second down and 10 now from the 28. Nab out of the gun. He's going to throw. Stops, loads, fires, pass out, and the flat pass is complete.
That is a bad spot.
Now there's Justin Nicolopoulos. And did they give him enough for the first down? Nicolopoulos is looking at the spot saying, hey, wait a minute. I was up there.
He caught the ball at least at that first down mark, right?
Justin, with his hands out, is looking exactly what I was looking at, where he landed.
So third down, 3rd and 1. They mark it at the 37-yard line.
Great pitch and catch over with Brett and Justin there.
Franks will be in. He checks in. 3rd and 1. 7:35 remaining. Nab going to give the football to Jeremiah. Jeremiah's going to have to work for it.
I think he got it.
Now he's calling 4th down.
Now they're calling it 4th down. So he is short. And that'll bring up a 4th down. What's Coach Crocker going to do?
I like this call if he's going for it. I think he's going to punt, though.
And the defense holds again. And Westfield will come in the punt.
He's got to quicken his steps up.
Westfield will stand at his 23-yard line, 6:50 remaining second quarter. High snap. Westfield is able to get the kickoff, field it down at the 30-yard line.
Great coverage.
Grant on the return. Good special teams coverage. Sean McNamara is down there.
Who's also the long snapper.
I hope we're getting a personal foul call on Steven.
Great job there. When your long snapper does a good snap and then it's first one down there, obviously they don't have anyone over them, so it's easy for them to get through that line. But good job there by Sean McNamara.
We got the holding call.
So the penalty will go against the Mustangs. But again, back to that offensive series, can you make a point for Coach Crocker to go for it there? What's the reasoning behind behind punting the football?
I think it's because it's their side of the 50. And again, we talked about it during the pregame that maybe no one heard, but we're talking about that Coach Crocker is treating this like a playoff game. How would he play this in a playoff game? And I think in a playoff game, you punt that every time.
I mean, I'm all for going for it, but it's 6:37 left in the second quarter, not fourth quarter. You've got time, and it's only 7-zip. Let's keep moving them back. Procedure.
And Coach, how this game is going, you look up at the scoreboard, you would think it's a little bit more than just 7-0. And they got that 7 points on a short field.
Yep.
So this defense has been playing really just lights out. They bend but don't break. And obviously on a short field, sometimes it puts this defense at a bad position. But, I think when you trust your defense that much, you punt the ball, especially, again, to my point earlier, you're treating this like a playoff game. Let's coach it like a playoff game.
Now, Lattimore, the quarterback, is out. The backup quarterback is in. Krause on the carry. They string him out. He'll lose yardage. Wayne Clark there on the stop for Eastern. Number 16 for the Mustangs in at quarterback. I don't have him on the depth chart. Do we have a full roster for Stevenson?
I'll tell you, number 38, Wayne Clark, the freshman, he's getting to the quarterback today, but when you play the run like that, just great job there by Wayne Clark.
2nd down and 19. Snap, out of the gun. Pass, broken up. And then it goes straight up in the air, and then it's picked off by Eastern. Jason Bateman has it, and a big turnover by the defense deep in Mustang territory.
And that's why you punt it, Krause.
Good call.
Yeah, but,
I wanted him to punt it all along.
Yeah, but great job by the defense there. Getting on the quarterback. New quarterback comes in, get pressure on him. Good job by Corey David and the defensive staff. But on that jump ball, over the deflection, great job by Jason Bateman going up and getting that ball.
So Eastern will have a 1st down and 10 from the Mustang 14-yard line. 5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. Eastern knocking on the door, courtesy of the turnover. Nab out of the gun, right to left for Eastern. He's going to take it on a shotgun. He's going to look to fire. He's going to tuck the football away. He's running for the end zone, and he's got it.
Holding.
But a flag down.
That was a great play by Brett Nab. No one was open. Gets around this left side. He's faster than these guys think and just goes in for a touchdown. Too bad it's getting called back for a holding.
What was the number of the backup quarterback?
16 on the roster.
Freshman Chase Miller. I haven't seen 17 on the sideline yet. And 61 still hasn't got back in the game. He had something up around his eyes that happened when he went down. So you don't want to ever see people get hurt and have to stay out of games. But hopefully they're both okay.
Touchdown comes off the board. Nab was able to get into the end zone on a 1st and 10. That's negated. So from the 14 back to the 24, it'll be 1st and 20. Nab now sends Smith in motion. Fakes them to seat. Nab keeps the football. Not much there at all for Nab. Maybe a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down. 5:29 remaining.
Yeah, the offense needs to push the refresh button. Obviously, when you get a touchdown taken off the board, it's sometimes deflating. They need to go down and get hopefully a big 1st down, but more importantly, a touchdown. Right now, they're definitely playing behind the sticks, which always makes it a little tougher.
This drive needs points.
2nd down, right at the 5-minute mark. Nab out of the gun, standing at his own 28. Sets up the screen, but it doesn't get there. It's knocked down. Nab's pass throwing right into the arms of the big nose tackle, number 92, or the defensive end, rather, Dale, and he knocks it down, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Boy, you got to get points on this drive after the big defensive turnover.
Yeah, and trying to get the ball in there to Nasik Smith. Nasik, between running the jet sweeps and catching the ball, has been a real valuable receiver on this team.
4:54 remaining. Football still on the 24-yard line of the Mustangs. 3rd down and 20. Nab, snap, out of the gun. He's taking a shot. He's looking into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Justin Nicolopoulos was the intended receiver. Good coverage by the Mustangs, and that football had a little bit of air under it, and the Mustang defender was able to get there and make the play. Darius Henderson was there, and that'll bring up a 4th down. So with 4:48 remaining, now John Nolik will come in. Nab will hold from the 31. Snap. Kick from Nolik. Is it going to get there? And it is. And John Nolik is able to convert the field goal, and it's good. And Eastern gets on the board.
Great kick there by John Nolik. Obviously, is a good hold there by Brett Nab. Good snap there by Sean McNamara. But to Krause's points, that's a big 3 points. Obviously, to get 7 taken off the board is obviously deflating. But when you're playing behind the sticks, then all of a sudden, that 3 is never guaranteed. Great job by John Nolik with that kick and putting it through the uprights there to get 3 points on the board.
Yeah,
huge 3 points.
I was watching him warm up, and that was right in the area that he was warming up this morning. I was a little nervous because when the holder, Brett was at 6 yards, and normally you want to be at 7. So let's not give Stevenson any more opportunities to block kicks.
So 4:42 remaining. Second quarter, Mustangs 7, Eagles 3. Nolik will kick off from the 35, following the field goal. High kick from Nolik. Going to come down a yard into the end zone. Again, on the return, he's all the way out to the 30, and he's out to the 34-yard line. So a good return by the Mustangs. Devin Grant gets out to his own 34-yard line, where the offense will come out first down and 10.
Really good kick by John Nolik. I mean, that was high, deep, all the way to the goal line. It looked like they missed a holding call on there on our first guy down there.
Yep.
But, the officials are the officials. You got to play through all those obstacles, the guys in the striped shirts that look to be obstacles. Last week, I think Eastern had 9 penalties called against
11.
them. 11 penalties called against them, and FDU had 3. So not on Coach Crocker's list either.
So the freshman quarterback, Chase Miller, will be back in there. He'll have a first down and 10. They go from left to right.
Now, against a freshman, especially with his defense, definitely try to confuse him, try to get in his face, try to make him making bad decisions.
I think the referee confused him.
Miller actually snapped the football. Now the officials are going to huddle up. The strangest play, Miller snapped the football and then turned around and looked at the official.
They call timeout? I think Stevenson called timeout.
So the Mustangs.
He's giving him the business.
So timeout.
I'm
for
surprised how much he
Stevenson.
let him give him the business, actually.
It depends. The volume isn't so much in the theatric. It's what's actually being said.
So take us back to your days.
I'd have gotten a flag.
You would have gotten a flag?
I didn't hear or see a signal for a timeout come in from the sideline.
I think what happened was the play clock was running down. I think either a player or a coach yelled timeout.
But when they do that, you're going to call it. You're going to blow the whistle. You're going to wave it off.
And that's probably why that coach is arguing that he didn't want the timeout. Not right there. They did not want a timeout.
All right, here we go. Miller, the freshman, he's in for Lattimore, who has not returned. It's a first down and 10 for the Mustangs, standing on their own 29-yard line. They lead 7-3. 4:35 remaining, and now a flag comes down.
They have 12 guys on the field. After a timeout, they have 12 guys on the field. One of the Eastern guys was counting the guys. They have 12 guys and not one guy. Here he comes off. They had 12 guys on the field after a timeout.
17 is back on the sideline holding his helmet.
That's a big break there. Again, the big goal for any defense is to have that offense playing behind the sticks. They've already made them burn a timeout, and then they had 12 men on the field after a timeout.
They have no timeouts left. There's still 4.5 minutes left in this half.
All right, now Miller hands the football off. They finally do get a snap. Not much there at all. 2-yard gain. It'll bring up second down for the offense.
Sean Moody, Drew Beckford, Denzel Dunbar, Evan Harris,
Second and
Nardo Murphy. Just love all these guys getting their hats on the ball carriers is what you want from a defense.
Second down and 13 from from their own 31-yard line. Miller hands the football off again. 26. Moody has him, but he drags Gashawn out to the 38-yard line. It'll bring up third down.
Now, Coach Bernie Nowatarski talks about it all the time, the last 4 minutes of a quarter. So this is, again, one of those big third down conversions that Eastern University defense wants to hold these guys and force them to punt. So the offense gets the ball with a chance to go into halftime at 10-7.
What did we say the young kid's name is? That's in for them at quarterback?
Miller.
I don't have him showing any time played yet.
He's under pressure right now. They're going to get him, and they
That's
do
intentional
get him.
grounding. That did not
He
go to the
gets
line
the
of scrimmage.
football off.
It did not go to the line of scrimmage.
And now the officials are talking about it. Good pressure from Eastern.
It's fourth down anyway. Why throw it? There you go.
And now the flag comes in after Jason Bateman in hot pursuit.
That's an easy call. If he gets it past the line of scrimmage, it's okay.
And it's a loss of down, which makes it fourth anyway. So take some more yardage back.
Great play. Freddie DiNardo in there. I'll tell you, just, I can't say enough about these freshman defensive linemen that are, Coach Crocker talks about it. He's pushing these freshmen are pushing the upperclassmen to be even better. And they're really good. But to have the luxury of having defensive linemen that can be interchangeable is just really huge for this defense on the back end. Great job by the defense.
What do you want to bet Justin catches this ball?
He's taking it to the house.
This is if he gets a low line drive.
Now the Mustangs will punt on a 4th and 18. Nicolopoulos with the fair catch at the 35-yard line with 3:04 remaining. We're inside that 4-minute zone here in the second quarter. Remember, Eastern will get possession of the football to start the second half.
This could be a 14-point swing.
What are you motioning to?
There's a flag.
Oh, a flag down. Okay, I couldn't see if they were huddled up.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if this is a personal foul or if this is going to be against Eastern for holding on the punt, which was obviously be frustrating on a fair catch.
Flag came down right at midfield too,
I think two guys were tangled up. Hopefully it's just a non-call on both sides. But, again, to Krause's point, this could be a 14-point swing. Offense gets the ball, gets in there, gets some points here.
It's a personal foul on them.
Good composure there by Eastern.
So they're going to be yardage on here?
It's after 15.
So we've got 2 timeouts. Score here. End of the half, you go up 10-7 and you get the ball. Third quarter. I mean,
in a half, you feel like you should be losing with a lot of breaks going against you.
So instead of starting at their own 35-yard line, the 15-yard penalty against the Mustangs will put Eastern
they've got
right at midfield. They will have a first down and 10. 3:04 remaining. They trail 7-3.
And Coach, do you feel like sometimes the breaks just even out? You just got to take them out, right? So, I mean, that's a break right there. Obviously, I think the kid did something to look like they were tangled up, and he kept going after the Eastern player. Great composure by the Eastern player of not swinging back, getting the 15 yards. That's a huge 15 yards here for this offense.
All right, here we go. Nab standing on his own 45-yard line. Smith in motion. They give it to Nasik. Crosses midfield. He's out to the outside, and then he gets past the 45 down to the 44-yard line before he runs out of bounds. It'll bring up second down.
Stops the clock. You didn't use the other timeout.
I can't say how much I love that play call from Nate Hinkle. I love this jet sweep that they're using it more and more because it's really, even off the jet sweep, they're doing stuff, and they have to adapt to this jet sweep. Nasik Smith getting great positive yards there. Good read there by Brett Knapp of giving the ball to Nasik.
We have not seen much of Eddie Swinton yet.
Second down and 4 from the 44-yard line of the Mustangs. Rivera in motion. Knapp straight ahead. Bangs forward. Crosses over the 40-yard line. Good enough. Gets the yardage needed for the line to gain, and he picks up the first down. 2:21 remaining.
And Krause, that's off the jet sweep. He could have given that ball to Rivera on the jet sweep. They had to honor that. All of a sudden, it frees up that center guard hole, and Brett made the right read, and big first down there for the offense.
And Eastern will let the clock wind down to the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Mustangs 7, Eagles 3 on the JAKIB Sports Network. We'll take a break and come back with the final 2 minutes. Eastern in possession of the football. We're back in a moment.
The One Big Beautiful Bill was recently enacted by Congress. Many provisions such as no tax on tips and no tax on overtime can help reduce tax liability for many taxpayers. Are you unsure how the provisions of the bill will impact your taxes? Want to avoid any unforeseen surprises when filing your 2025 tax returns? Then you need to contact the tax professionals at Mankowski Associates CPA LLC. They will review your returns and provide guidance on how the changes will impact your return. They can be reached at 215-682-7366. And be sure to mention Eastern University for special discounts. That's 215-682-7366.
And we're back here live on the JAKIB Sports Network with 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter, 2 minutes until halftime. Eastern in possession of the football. They're going from right to left. White jerseys with the garnet pants, the white helmets, and trailing 7-3. They have a first down and 10 from the Mustang 39-yard line.
But they're playing on an arena field length.
Nab, they'll be in the gun. I'd love to see Jeremiah Vrillian get going. Touchdown taken off the board, resulted in a field goal. Swing pass, Smith has it at the 40, sheds a tackle, gets down to the 36-yard line. It'll bring up second down. Clock running, 1:48 remaining.
Good throw there by Brett. That's been one of his tougher throws, those wheel routes, but that was a really nice throw. Threw it out there for Naseek Smith to stay in stride and get positive yards.
Yeah, that's just an extension sweep.
Second down and 7, football on the 36. Now, fakes to Smith. Now runs forward, picks up close to the first down. He's a yard short. It'll bring up third down. Clock now at 1:19.
Let's run a play. I don't like how much time.
2. Offense waiting for the play to come in. Clock still runs. 1:05. Nab standing at the 36 of the Mustangs. Fake to Smith again, and Nab's going to run forward.
Take a timeout.
He's going to be short of the line to gain. It'll bring up fourth down. They haven't called the timeout yet. Clock still running. Not sure. They're not in a hurry to either. Offense is back out, and now they do take a timeout. Boy, a lot of time.
12 seconds.
Off the clock before they ultimately call the timeout. It's 4th and 1. If you know you're going to think about it, and you know it's a big fourth down, what to do, take the timeout immediately. You're not going to call a play and try and run a play.
Yeah, and the reason being, I think, for me, is this Stevenson offense, especially with the backup quarterback, does not scare me as much as it did on their opening drive, right? So obviously you don't want to leave them any time and try to get points to go into halftime. But I would like to have a little more time on the clock to try to get a touchdown instead of try to settle for a field goal.
That play ended at 56 seconds. So we lost 12 there.
So there's 44 seconds remaining. 7-3. It's 4th and 1. The football's on the 30. Eastern gets the football to start the third quarter. So a touchdown here, assuming they get the first down, and a touchdown conversion here puts them in front, and then they get an opportunity to come out in the third quarter and potentially get a score, a 2-score differential here, which is why Coach B loves the 4-4.
As well as having great momentum going into halftime, which they've had the past couple weeks.
Now, what they did the last time, they brought 8 up in the box.
Okay, now Stevenson just called a timeout.
They don't have a timeout.
Yeah, I didn't think they had one either.
They don't have one.
So it's 4th down. Stevenson calls the timeout.
They
Do they have one or do they not have one?
They did not have any timeouts left.
They don't have any timeouts left.
They have no timeouts left. Yeah, we got the coaching staff next to us. We're yelling. They're yelling the same thing, that they have no timeouts. How are they able to call a timeout?
They used one in the first.
Well, the scoreboard had 0 anyway.
Yeah, the scoreboard's
Yeah,
on it.
That's I don't think I've ever seen that, Coach.
I've seen it.
Maybe with this officiating crew, we're going to see everything, but they called 3 timeouts already this half. That's their 4th timeout.
Well, they did not use a timeout when Lattimore was down.
That's an injury.
That was an injury timeout.
But they used that one timeout, and then they had the 12 men on the field after that. They had a couple. I could have.
Well, the 12 men on the field came out of the timeout.
Right.
Well, regardless,
Yeah.
It's 4th and 1. We're still at 44 seconds.
Big play in the game here.
Nab and the offense come right back out. Standing on his own 35 out of the gun, and Avrillian will be to his right. This is a big 4th down for the offense. 44 seconds remaining. Nab, snap. It's clean. Swings it to Jeremiah Avrillian, and that pass is incomplete, broken up. And boy, I saw that play from up here. And the Mustangs get a big stop. And after all of that, you don't convert, and the Mustangs will get the football back with 41 seconds remaining.
And that kind of changes everything. Now you go into halftime a little deflated. You're hoping your offense would at least get an opportunity to kick a field goal to potentially get 3. They're definitely going to have a little bit of work to do at halftime.
First down Mustangs. They'll just line up in formation and kneel twice, I imagine, and get into the locker room, keeping the lead at 7-3. Not sure I get that call on a 4th and 1.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's always easy. I mean, obviously the coaching staff must have had seen something that they thought that would work. But I would like to have seen either Avrillian or Brett going, just get positive yards.
Run your bread and butter.
Run your bread and butter plays that, all year you've been getting positive yards on.
And that's going to bring the first half to a close. 1 half of football in the books. The Stevenson Mustangs 7 and the Eastern Eagles off the leg of John Nolick have 3. 7-3 Mustangs. You're listening to Eastern University football. We'll come back and regroup. We're going to talk about the playoffs and all of the situations and how it all looks when we come back with our halftime show. We're back in a moment.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports. Welcome to the Eastern University Football Halftime Show. Presented by Eastern University. Highly ranked by U.S. News and World Report for this academic year. With online NBA programs priced just under $10,000. Contact Eastern right now at eastern.edu. Now here's Warren Schmidt and Joe Krause. Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES Eagles.
And we're back here live as Stevenson has a 7-3 lead over Eastern. And I'm thankful that we made it into halftime along with Warren Schmidt, my partner, and of course, Coach B, Bernie Nowatarski. I'm Joe Krause. I'm glad we got into halftime. Did we get stat sheets from the first half? Let's do that. I'll turn it over to you. I want to do the stats. We'll get to a break, and then I want to come back and I want to talk about the implications of a win, the implications of a loss, and lay out some of the scenarios. Assuming everybody missed us on our extended pregame show, we've got everything now working correctly, and we're glad that you're still with us out there here on the JAKIB Sports Network.
Joe, what do you want to know? These are as unimpressive stats on both sides. We have 28 plays for 103 yards. They've got 28 plays for 84 yards. I mean, that isn't anything to get worked up about. The time possession switched around, 15-20 to 14-40. We're 2 of 7 on third down conversions. They're 2 of 6, 0-1 on fourth. They haven't tried one. It's 7 first downs to 3, 56 yards rushing. They've got 78 yards rushing. I mean, that's kind of like a first quarter stat totals, and it's halftime. So neither offense is setting the world on fire here. Both defenses are doing pretty well. I think our defense is playing real well.
Yeah. And to Bernie's point, that's why it's a defensive game, and that's why it's 7-3. I mean, it's one of those things where I think you're right. Eastern's defense is playing a lot better, and offense is going to get the ball to start the second half. And I think we did get confirmed that this young quarterback playing for Stevenson, these are his first meaningful snaps. And I'll tell you, for him to go against this defense, this Eastern defense, to have his first meaningful snaps bodes well for Eastern. But still, we're at Stevenson, senior day for them.
You got to capitalize, though. You have to take advantage. You talk about the freshman quarterback on his first series, maybe in his career. Eastern comes up with a deflection, goes straight up in the air. Eastern comes up with an interception, and they can't convert. Touchdown taken off the board. You have to be able to drill when the opportunity is there, and I don't see the offense doing it so far.
Well, it got deflated after the Brett Knapp touchdown got called back, and then there was a penalty. They're playing behind the sticks. John Nolik rescued him with that long field goal. That was a huge 3 points, huge 3 points by John Nolik. But I think more telling is that second time when they got the ball at the 50 with the 15-yard penalty, and they had close to 4 minutes to go to drive down the ball. They're driving the ball, and then it stalled on fourth down. For them not to get points there, hopefully that's not something we're talking to Coach Crocker about after a tough loss. Hopefully that's just a learning thing for this team, that they get through it. And the second half, because they have been a second half team, Coach, right? That they come back in the second half and just dominate.
Yeah, we play well in the second half. We usually wake up whatever took place in the locker room. I never like to second guess our coaches' calls, but part of our job is, it's easy for us to see it. I don't like the fourth down that we just ran, the little swing pass. You've got an 800-yard rusher in the backfield and a 1,000-yard rusher in the backfield, and you're talking about a half yard. And, go with what you do.
The jet sweep has not been stopped. I think the jet sweep, the lowest yardage was a 4-yard gain. So
even like
you only need a yard, run the jet sweep.
Even like you said, the fake off the jet sweep, we can do. I mean, and you know what? If the swing pass would have worked, we'd all three of us said, "Oh, what a great play!"
Right, we ran it in for a touchdown. Yeah, right. That is true.
But of what we do, our swing pass is not our most effective part of our offense.
I'm just used to normally seeing Dylan Weathers and Dom Franks checking in on a 3rd and 1, on a 4th and 1, and that football running straight up the gut, yep. or Nab pulling it out of the belly of Avrili and picking up the first down. You got two hard runners who don't go down very easily, even when they stack the box. Those guys, have the ability to get that yard, but regardless, they didn't get it. And that drive stalled out. Although I think that was a critical drive. I just hope it's not the drive we talk about that let this game get away.
Do what got you here. I mean, stick to it. I mean, we got 1,000-yard rusher, an 800-yard rusher, and power, and bring the two big kids in. Bring Country in and let him lead block. I mean,
yeah, they had Curtis Johnson on that first drive. He was almost every play, and he was getting great positive yards. And but to you guys' point, exactly, do what got you here, and that's running the ball with Jeremiah Brilliant, running the jet sweep has definitely evolved. Get your playmakers involved with some shorter passes. Swinton has not come in after that one deep ball, that post that got picked off. Hopefully he's okay. But the offensive line, I think, is playing really well. But don't simplify the game a little bit for these guys and just let them go out and do what they do.
And I think we've taken Stevenson's best shot already. And again, absolutely no disrespect to the young kid that's going to quarterback, but we should get after him to the point where he can't move the offense. And you can't count on Krause to for 200 yards in the second half. It ain't going to happen against our defense. So, like I said, no disrespect to the kid, but he's going to have a tough time again because we're going to go after him, I'm sure.
Right. And no respect to Stevenson. I mean, they're a perennial MAC team that's always up there, and they have a winning record. But you're right, up here, nothing scares me on their offense for how our defense is playing. So they need to have that in the back of their mind. Obviously, you can't let up any big plays. You got to keep bottling up this running back. But again, you take away that running back, make this young kid throw the ball, and I think that's going to bode well for this defense.
Yeah, in this conference, we've said it from week one. Bottom of the barrel to the top of the heap. Any team can win in this division on any given day. It is what we think about Albright a couple weeks ago with a 500 or losing record. They looked good and they played us tough. FDU last week was no picnic till we took charge of the game. So on any given week here, any team in the MAC can beat you. So you've got to come out ready to play. You got to make adjustments now at halftime. Those halftime stats of our offense are not indicative of our offense.
All right, let's do this. Let's transition into conversation that we started with our extended pregame show because I want to relive that. I want to rehash that. So anybody tuning in and listening to the broadcast now will be able to take in what we know when this game started. And it's still true today, or it's still true now here at halftime. But what do we know? So coming into the game, Eastern is 23rd and sitting in a position that if they stay at 23rd, win or lose, whether they stay at 23rd or 24th, so top 24, they get a bye week. They get a bye next week and advance into what is the second round of the playoffs.
And then they'd play an away game in that second round. If they don't, and they could be hosting a game next week at Radnor Field.
Win or lose. It all depends on where they're going to be ranked or seated.
Win or lose because of the strength of schedule. Dan Mal was talking us through it on the way down here. But there's some strength of the schedule. I guess Stevenson doesn't rate as high, which you would think they would. I mean, I think beating Stevenson down here is a quality win, but we don't have votes, right? So you're right. Win or lose, they could be still going on the road. But it looks like if they win.
Although I guess if Stevenson strength of schedule, or I mean, if Stevenson isn't as regarded and we would lose and Eastern would lose this game, we'll drop out of the 23 or 24. And then we will play next week at Radnor Road, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think what's interesting, too, is in that first round, if we play at home, we're probably going to get what could be a Pennsylvania team in the Division III just because of the region. You get that bye and get into the second week and we're away. Now you're starting to talk about maybe moving west, and you may have a bus trip or you might need plane fare.
To one of those Wisconsin schools.
Yeah, well, you saw it. I mean, there's like 8 teams from Wisconsin that are in the top 10.
I will say, for us to be talking about this team in year 3 making the NCAA playoffs is just hats off to the whole organization. But I'm going to rattle down the coaches. I just want to mention those guys. Obviously, Coach Billy Crocker, but Nate Hinkle, who's a Team Zero guy, one of his first hires, offensive coordinator. Then we have Colin Scott, co-offensive coordinator, recruiting coordinator. Corey David, defensive coordinator, linebackers. Amanda Ruler, head flag football coach. He coaches the tight ends. Keita Crispina, who we know really well, defensive backs who have been locked down guys. Jordan Davis, running backs. Steel Hess, defensive line. Deion Shaw, wide receivers. Tommy Gilmore, special teams, defensive backs. For this coaching staff and this team to have an NCAA berth, a MAC championship, because it could be shared, but they won all the ties with the other schools to be going to the NCAA Division III championship playoffs. It's just unbelievable, and hats off to Eastern and the whole deal, and mainly these players that came here and said, hey, this is what we see. Maybe not this quick.
Go back a year ago this day when we're playing Stevenson at home, and the three of us were like, wow, second year we're 5-5. You know, we really showed that we belong in this conference. You know, next year maybe we'll move up, and you know, we all agreed we're going to be competitive, but we were thrilled that we were 5-5.
Right, have a winning record was I think coach's goal. Have a winning record, and right now they have one loss all season, and that could have been, you know, it was a tough loss. I mean, you talk to any of these guys, they would have said they should have beaten Lev Val, but I think losing that game actually helped this team too. So sometimes, you know, you rather have life lessons from wins than losses. But I thought that Lev Val game really showed this team, hey, we can't let up, and we need to finish games. And it really catapulted them into some bigger wins later on in the season. And we're going to see, again, we talked about this in the pregame. Coach Crocker's treating this like a pre-playoff game. So I think he's, you know, we talked about it on that fourth down of maybe not going for it in a playoff game. Do you go for it or you don't? And I think he's going to, you know, maybe in a playoff game, he's going to go for it now.
Well, and again, you know, and I said it there was 6 minutes left or whatever in the first half. You get in the fourth quarter and we're like this now, you have to. I think you're going to see a very different second half from us. I think you're going to see an inspired group that maybe they've got the win hangover from last week. We won the conference. We're going to the NCAAs. We're playing Stevenson, but we got a game next week no matter what. So let's get over the whoop-de-doo happy hour time, and now let's get back to playing. Because like I said, I think they've been playing playoff football for weeks. So if you're a playoff team and you're down at halftime, let's see what you got, because I think we're going to see a very different team in the second half.
And to your point, again, I think if they're at home and they're playing Stevenson, you know, it's a little different, right? But to your point before, when you said, hey, they didn't have the distractions, they weren't going through the scene. Like last week, you know, it kind of resonated, I thought, in that first half.
Yeah, we were sluggish.
They're a little sluggish, but because they had a lot of extra stuff going on. Today, they don't, right? They bring 2 buses down here. It's the longest trip. Get down here, go against a really good team that you beat last year, surprisingly to Stevenson, not to us.
Yeah.
But let's go out and see what they do the second half and see if they really are a playoff contending team.
I think they're going to come out and play.
I totally agree. You know, Coach Crocker talks about this during the coaches show on Thursdays, and when you can have a testament more than me about this with coaches of their adjustments. This coaching staff to the left of us and down on the field make really good adjustments, especially coming out of the half. They've been a great second half team. How do you think that happens, Coach?
I think the adjustment's going to be is we are what we are. I mean, we've got a quarterback that can run. We've got a running back that's solid. We've got second and third running backs that come in. We've got receivers that can catch a ball. We are what we are. Run the ball hard, pass when you have it, throw the right pass, take what the defense gives you and go after it. That's what I think. I don't know that they're going to adjust our offense to the point of, boy, we haven't seen that before. I think we're going to see what we are.
Well, we know we're going to see Chase Miller, number 16 for the Mustangs. He's out warming up on the field. The freshman number 16. So to your point, Coach B, would love to put him in a position where he's uncomfortable for the rest of this football game and let this Eastern offense get enough possessions to not only get the lead but
do it on this first possession.
Build a lead so you can win this game running out the clock and going away, and you're not playing from behind. Ideally, that's what you hope for here in the second half. I just want them to look good.
Yeah.
Whether win or lose, I want them to look good. I don't think this team has looked very good in the first half.
Quarterbacks are usually a pretty cool cucumber group. So the kid is probably pretty cool and calm. But, and I said it a couple of weeks ago with the Tyson thing. It's all good till Tyson punches you in the face. Well, it's all fun and games to warm up and get ready. And then you get out in front of our defense who's chasing you down every time. It's going to be a task. And I know, I assume our defense is going to, if he's in there, they're going to pin their ears back and go after him, especially if we go down and score in this first drive and take the lead. Because it doesn't even seem like we would be in the lead the way the game's been played so far. But you come out here and go up 10-7, you got to get after him.
All right, let's do this. We'll take a break here. We'll pause for 60 seconds. The second half will begin when we come back.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports. You're listening to Eastern University Football. Live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause.
And we're back here live. Second half action set to begin here at Stevenson. The Mustangs holding on to a 7-3 lead over your Eastern Eagles. 30 minutes of football to play, along with my partner Warren Schmidt and, of course, the coach, Bernie Nowatarski. Glad you're with us. Let's go, boys. Let's get a second half W here as Eastern will get the football to begin the second half.
And I'm sure it's a spirited halftime with the coaches and players. And, these players all know what they need to do. And, again, this team has been a second half team all year. I don't see it changing today. But this is a great opportunity for this team to say, hey, we are a playoff team, because they are a playoff team. But prove it today on your practice playoff game to have some great momentum going into the playoffs that count, and that's the NCAA playoffs.
Well, 9-1, goes a long way in those rankings. And before they start putting a 2-loss or a 3-loss team up in front of you because of strength of schedule.
So Ballou will kick off for the Mustangs from the 35. Eastern will get possession of the football to start the second half. They trail 7-3. Rivera back deep for Eastern. Ballou's kick. Pooch kick. Rivera comes up to take it at the 15. He's going to run far side of the field. 25-yard line. He's at the 30. He crosses the 40. And down the sideline he goes before he's run up out of bounds. Flag comes in late. But Chris Rivera gets down to the 47-yard line with a good return, but let's see what the flag
We're going to
is.
throw holding on 5.
Yeah, I think so. What a great return there by Chris Rivera. They're kicking it to the left, trying to keep it away from him, and he comes over to the left here, right in front of us, catches the ball, and then runs all the way to the left, right in front of that Eastern bench for a big return that looks like it's going to be negated by a holding call.
Mean where he was tackled out about 5 yards out of bounds?
But they don't call those today, Coach.
No.
Not on the white, not on Eastern.
Well, we're
Still good field possession. I mean, it could have been a lot worse, but great. Chris Rivera's got to tell you, he's going to break one. Either today, or let's hope they don't kick off again. But that'd be great to see him break one in those NCAA playoffs. He's going to break one.
Whoever does those pooch kicks against him, he should, like a baseball player, call off the other ones and him take it.
And exactly what he did.
Yep.
That was perfect.
All right, let's see what Nab and the offense will do. Now the officials finally figure out that they're supposed to spot the ball at the 31-yard line, not the 29-yard line.
Wow, Krause's getting on the officials.
So it's first down and 10. I got to call and tell everybody where we are. They're going from the 29 to the 31, back to the 29. First down and 10 from the 31-yard line. Nab, swing pass to the outside. Smith has it, but Smith is hit immediately. That play will probably net a -1. It'll bring up second down for the offense. Now they're -2. Now they're back to the 29-yard line on a second down.
It's the same play that we ran to end the half, and it didn't work then.
Right, and they're trying to attack the perimeter there. Trying to get Nasik Smith out there in space. Got Don Franks coming back in.
I'm going to do that and run a backside drag.
Nab now out of the gun, standing at the 24-yard line. Passes across the field. That was intended for Nasik Smith, who dropped it. And it's third down. It'll be 3rd and 12. Nab threw that football 12 yards just to get it all the way across the field.
Yeah, this is a big conversion here. This is obviously tough to get on 3rd and behind the sticks, but this would be a huge conversion to get for the offense coming out of the
14:06 remaining third quarter, first possession of the third quarter. Now Nab looking for the play.
He's got 8 seconds yet.
Plenty of time. He's out of the gun. Now he's on his own 24, right to left. Nab flushed out of the pocket, steps up, fires, and he's got his man, and he completes it to Chris Rivera. And Rivera's got it, and he's got the first down. Good third down conversion. Nab to Chris Rivera.
That was just a great play call there by Nate Hinkle, but great route there by Chris Rivera, and even better read there by Brett Nab of letting the play develop, letting Chris Rivera get open, and a beautiful throw there. Huge conversion there for the offense.
First down and 10. Football now out to the 43-yard line. Big conversion for Eastern. New set of downs. Smith on that jet sweep. Crosses the 45. Gets out over midfield before he's finally brought down. Football comes out after he hits the turf. Good positive yardage for Nasik. It'll bring up second down and 3. Smith gets 7 on that jet sweep. Second down and 3. Football resting right at midfield.
I wouldn't mind
great block there by Chris Rivera too, downfield.
I wouldn't mind seeing us speed up the offense a little bit.
Nab now from his own 45 on a second down and 3. Avrilian will line up behind him to his left. Fake to Jeremiah. Nab's going to keep it straight ahead. He's at the 45. Crosses and he gets down close to the 40-yard line. Brett Nab picks up enough for another Eastern first down.
That's he's putting a Superman cape on, right? And that's what Brett sometimes does, and that's what you need in your leader. That was another first down conversion. Great job for this offense. At a minimum, they flipped the field. Obviously, they need to go and get points.
Like I said, do what we are.
And do what you do best, right?
I don't like, the third down conversion was big. I didn't like the first 3 plays, but this so far now is nice.
First and 10 now from the Mustang 41. Fake to Smith on the sweep.
There
now
he goes.
Straight ahead. He's at the 30.
Oh, no.
The football comes out and the Mustangs have it. Oh, no. And the Mustangs now on the return. Nab at the end of a big gain. Flag comes down and the football comes out. And the Mustangs have it. And a costly turnover by the offense.
I don't know if that ball got punched out or if he
Yeah, it looks like it got punched out. Brett doing a great job there, getting, really good positive yards. It's just, sometimes as a playmaker, that's going to happen. The defender just punched the ball out. Looks like there's going to be a penalty here against Stevenson.
on them. I've never seen that call. He just did like a bear hug. I don't know what that is.
And maybe he tackled a guy. Usually just called holding, right? But, again, you can't fault Brett on that. He's trying to get extra yards. Bunch of defenders on him, punched the ball out. I'm sure he's upset. But, the positive part of that was, to Bernie's point, was the offense was moving. They were doing what they do well. They showed that they can move the ball on this defense, and that's huge for moving into the second half. Defense needs to get a 3-and-out.
All right, now Chase Miller, the freshman quarterback, he's out slinging his first down and 10. His pass is complete, far side of the field.
And that's smart of Stevenson to get this young quarterback, get him some easy routes so he's not back there with this pass rush of Eastern. Get him some easy completions.
Noah Robinson on the end of that pitch and catch. Gain of 5. Second down. Fake to Krause. Pass. Incomplete. Falls short. It'll bring up third down. T.J. Alston on the coverage.
Great coverage there by T.J.
Sure
Alston. Separating the ball from the receiver.
He was a half a step away from making that a pick six.
Yeah, that's just,
But you are going to.
We talk about it all the time. T.J. Alston, this whole back half of this defense just making plays. Need to make another one here with third and 6.
You are going to see a hitch and go at some point now.
3rd and 5. 11 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. Third quarter. Miller out of the gun. Comes back to Krause. Krause running, stretching, and he picks up enough, it looks like, for the first down. And it is. Krause bangs forward, stays on his feet, and falls forward for enough. And the Mustangs pick up the first down.
Yeah, it was a big first down there for the Mustangs, obviously. Eastern almost had him there. He just, the running back just, kept Wise, one of the leading rushers.
Kept pumping his legs.
That's what good running backs do.
So 1st and 10 now from the 23-yard line of the Mustangs. 10:30 remaining, third quarter. They lead 7-3. Miller, he's looking. He's taking a shot. A lot of air under the football, and it is incomplete. Passes looking for Noah Robertson again, number 20, or Robinson, number 24. Incomplete. It'll bring up second down.
Yeah, like I told you, hitch, now hitch and go.
And great coverage, too, by the back half of the, defense of Eastern. Drew Beckford back there. Really good coverage.
Kid isn't afraid to throw it.
No.
We've just got to get pressure on him. We haven't brought Moody from the backside yet.
Jaden Todd back there on coverage, which is, those guys have been playing really well back there. Good to see Jamari James in there.
2nd down and 10 now from the 23-yard line. Here comes Krause. Krause straight ahead.
Blow the
Not
whistle.
much there. Gashawn Moody pushing him back. Be a short gain for Krause. And that'll bring up a third down. They mark him down at the 25, so Krause gets a hard 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 8, under 10, 9:55 remaining, third quarter.
And that was the front 7 that tackled him. And that's how they need to tackle this kid. All 7 of those guys had a hat on him.
Eastern, let's get a stop. Miller, screen pass to Krause, who can't handle it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great defensive play there. Gashawn Moody.
He was coming.
He was going to separate the ball. They tried to wheel route, on this side. Great job by the defense.
It wasn't a 3-and-out, but it was only a 2-minute drive.
Yep.
So bring up 4th down. Number 38, Sam McKinney will come in the punt. Eastern needs to get points. 4th and 8. Nicolopoulos is back to receive. He's going to field it at his own 45, calls for the fair catch, and that's where the offense will come out. 1st down and 10. 9 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. Offense got to get going here. Got to get going and got to convert.
They have been going. They just had that bad turnover, and they haven't been having those bad turnovers lately. Good job there by Justin Nicolopoulos on that kind of wobbling punt of not letting that bounce. If he let that bounce, that was going to be another 20 yards for Stevenson there. Good field position here for Eastern offense. They need to push the refresh button. They're moving the ball. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't panic. And to Krause's point, get some points here.
I'm still a fan of putting 2 people back on the punt.
All right, 1st down and 10. Nab out of the gun. Gives the football to Jeremiah Frillian. And Frillian bangs forward, gets out the midfield. Good 1st down carry for Jeremiah. Call it 2nd down as he gains 5, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, you got to feed the bear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep feeding number 3. I mean, they got to start feeding him a little bit more today, I think. I don't think they've used him enough. Jeremiah Frillian is definitely one of the premier backs in this conference. I'd love to see him get the ball a couple more times in this drive.
Just wear down their defensive line.
Just wear him down.
9:02 remaining, 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 5. Stevenson holding on to a 7-3 lead. Nab standing at his own 45. He keeps the football. He runs to the outside. He's at the 35. He's at the 30. He cuts to the outside, and he's run up out of bounds. Brett Nab inside the 20-yard line, down to the 18. And the captain on this offense gets him down on a big game for Brett Nab.
And that's where you want your leader, right? Come back. Hey, I made it. I made that turnover. I'm good. Huge run there. Great block there by Nasik Smith downfield. Gets Brett an extra 10 yards. Great read there by Brett Nab. Great job by the offensive line. Really like that play call.
1st and 10, 8:21 remaining. Football now down to the 18 of the Mustangs. Now Brilliant lines up behind center in the gun. Direct snap to Jeremiah. Jeremiah straight ahead. And Brilliant still on his feet. He crosses the 15-yard line. They'll get him down at the 14-yard line. So 2nd down. Under 8 minutes remaining.
I don't know how comfortable I am with Jeremiah
they've run
doing the RPO on it, though.
They've run that a couple times. Good blocking there by Dom Franks there. Got Justin McNulty on that left. He's playing left tackle now. He was a guard.
2nd down and 6. Avrilian gets 4 on the direct snap. Nab back in out of the gun. Now they go into a direct snap, form out again to Jeremiah. He pitches
wide open.
Nab's got Isaiah Guy Bruton in the end zone, and he's got him. Touchdown, Eastern.
Great play call, Nate Hinkle. They ran that same play with Curtis Johnson, getting the pitch. Jeremiah Brilliant pitches the ball to Brett Nab. Brett Nab rolls out. Isaiah Guy Bruton catches the toughest ball to catch when you're that wide open. Great play call, great execution, and great job with getting points there, getting a touchdown.
We're good for one of those a game.
And now Nolik in for the extra point. Snap, down, kick, up, no good. Up on the roof, but no good for John Nolik. And now it's a 9-7 lead for Eastern. But a big play and a big touchdown for number 8 in your program, Isaiah Guy Bruton, wide open as he gets the pass from Nab, who takes the pitch from Jeremiah Brilliant, and it's 9-7 with 7:25 remaining.
And that's what happens. Isaiah Guy Bruton's been blocking all day, and then that one play, it looks like a run play to the defense and the defensive backs, and he goes out in the route and catches the ball. A couple weeks ago, Isaiah Guy Bruton had 2 touchdown catches. Just great. Again, it's next guy up. He's playing really well when given an opportunity.
Well, the Wildcat formation was the setup for that. First play, Wildcat, he runs it. Second play, they come out Wildcat again. Now you got the wrinkle.
7 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. Eastern 9, Stevenson 7. We're third quarter. Nolik will kick off from his 35-yard line following the missed extra point. Down inside the 10-yard line, here come the Mustangs. On the return, out to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Stevenson offense will take over. They'll have a first down and 10, and the freshman, we'll see if Chase Miller, the freshman quarterback, will come back out. Yes, he will. Looks like he's going to go the distance in this game, replacing the starting quarterback who has made it back out onto the sideline, but that's about it for him. 7 minutes, 19 seconds remaining. Stevenson in possession now. On a first and 10. Krause straight ahead. Out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be offsides.
They're either going to they'll decline it and make it 1st and 5.
Right.
I mean, they'll take it and make it 1st and 5.
They can make it 1st and 5. Yeah, and that's one thing Eastern has not been doing, is doing those self-inflicted, bad penalties when you're jumping off sides, especially defensive linemen. I mean, the ball's right in front of you.
Yeah, you can't base it on the clap. You've got to watch the ball.
Yeah, this is when to Bernie's point, this is when the defense needs to keep doing what they're doing.
Yep.
Right? They don't change what they're doing. Stevenson has not done much against this defense. They need to continue to do that.
The offside is a 1st and 5. Krause on the carry, runs to the right side on that first down carry. He'll be short of the line to gain. It'll be 2nd down. Nakima was in there on the stop for Eastern.
Yeah, and Drew Beckford's been really active today, really playing well. He's been playing well all season.
Krause gets out to the 34-yard line, 2nd down and 1. 6 minutes, 39 seconds remaining. 3rd quarter. Chase Miller, the quarterback. He's in the gun. He gives it to Krause, and Krause is hit behind the line of scrimmage.
He's getting up slow.
Krause took a hard shot.
Was that Kyrie Taylor, number 23?
It was so fast I couldn't tell.
I think it was Kyrie Taylor.
I was getting ready to say DiNardo. I thought hit him first.
It might have been. Yeah, it might have been Freddie DiNardo or Denzel Dunbar. I don't know. It was a flash. That was just a great play by the defense.
So 3rd and 3, back to the 32-yard line. Miller. Krause still in there. Miller's going to roll to his right. He's rolling. He's under pressure. He fires, and he's incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Shamad Clark was pursuing Miller, and Miller missed his man. So it'll bring up a 4th down, and the Mustangs will have to punt.
That loss of yardage on 2nd down is a huge play, because they were 2nd and 1.
It changed everything.
And it turns us into a 4th and 3, 4th and 4 that we're getting the ball back.
And then Shamad Clark, the junior out of Philadelphia, provides pressure on the young quarterback, flushes him out of the pocket, forces an errant play. I mean, there is no receivers open in that backside. Great job by the defense.
Nicolopoulos is back deep. 5:43 remaining. Nicolopoulos standing at his 35-yard, 36-yard line, calls for the fair catch, and that's where the offense will come out. And they'll start out there at a 1st down and 10 for Nab and the offense. They lead for the first time in this game, 9-7 with 5:38 remaining. And Eastern gets the football back. This will be their 3rd possession of the 3rd quarter. One was a giveaway turnover after a big game by Nab, who brought him right back down the field. Isaiah Guy Bruton with the touchdown. And now their next possession, they start on their own 37-yard line. Now on a 1st down and 10. Here comes Jeremiah Avrillian. Avrillian out to the 35. He's bottled up, but he spins his way and gets out to the 39-yard line on the 1st down carry. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So the offense has been completely different in the second half. I mean, I know they had the turnover, but they've been moving the ball. And I'll tell you, Jeremiah Brilliant is such a joy to watch. I just looked over at my partner here, Bernie Nowatarski, and we both flinched. It should have been a 1 yard. It should be second and 11, and it's second and 8 because of Jeremiah Brilliant's effort. He's just an amazing running back. He always is getting positive yards.
Second down. Pass complete out to the 45-yard line. That big play, Eddie Swinton.
That's big.
He's got it. And he's down to the 46-yard line. Is he close? They mark him short of the line to gain. So it's 3rd and 1.
Great to see him
Swinton,
back out there.
I thought, actually had it. He turned. He probably, if he didn't have it, he could have stepped forward.
Good to see him back out there.
And he may have.
I like the call.
So 3rd and 1 from the 46. Nab. They give to Jeremiah Brilliant. He tries to get to the outside. He breaks a tackle, and he spins his way. He looks like Saquon Barkley, spinning his way back and gets enough to move the sticks. First down, Eastern.
They're both down.
Any other running back, that is not a first down.
It's a loss of 2.
It's a loss of 2. Jeremiah Brilliant, how he got to that edge and kept his feet.
He probably took a helmet.
I think he
to the rib cage or the back.
I think these guys both hit each other in the back.
Matthew Berry, number 10 for the Mustangs, made the stop. Now Jeremiah is sitting up now, and they're now helping him up.
That's a great sign.
Let me tell you something. Jeremiah Brilliant. He might be the top next to Nab. They're 1-2 punch in terms of the toughest guys on the football field.
He did not get up.
He got up.
He popped up and jumped.
He got up way better than their guy
oh my
did.
Gosh.
Their guy's being escorted yet. He popped up like he was a
Jeremiah. Like if Jeremiah could go in, he'd be in. That's great to see. Just what an effort run there. What just a natural God-given ability for him to see that. I don't know what he saw to be able to do that. Just unbelievable. That's a big first down.
First down and 10 from the 49-yard line. 4:05 remaining, third quarter. Smith in motion. Wilson on the carry. Crosses midfield. Not much there. And now Jeremiah comes back in. Or Smith, rather, not Wilson, pardon me. Eric Smith on the carry.
Eric Smith's a good wrinkle in there. They bring him in sometimes, along with obviously our guy, C.J. Johnson. But great to see Jeremiah Brilliant back in the backfield.
Second down and 9. Smith gets a yard. 3:25 remaining. We're in the third quarter. Eastern's up by 2, 9-7. Smith in motion. They give it to Naseek Smith. Tries to get to the outside. He gets a little bit of yardage as he crosses over the 45-yard line. He'll be short of the line to gain. But again, good positive yardage on that jet sweep. It'll bring up third and short, third and a yard or 2.
With that gain, I'm thinking if we don't get it here, we're in 4 down area.
I think so too, because you need you need to get some points here. You don't like just having that 2-point lead. Great to see this offense. I'm telling you, this second half has been a completely different look to this offense.
Third down and 3. Nab standing now on the 49-yard line of the Mustangs. Brilliant is back in. The give is to Jeremiah, and he's bottled up.
Well, we'll see.
And he's back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, I think if they would have gotten some positive yards, they make 4th and 4 right here. You know, with how
they were sitting back in a zone,
right, and how your defense is playing. I don't think this is a bad call here.
So Westfield will come in the punt on a 4th down. 2:03 remaining. Drive stalls.
They're coming.
Westfield gets the punt away. Mustangs are going to get a return.
They got 80 yards to go.
Grant on the return out to the 20-yard line, and that's where Stevenson will take over. First down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 1:44 remaining in the third quarter. 7 for the Mustangs, 9 for Eastern.
Curtis Johnson, nice tackle on that. The running back getting down on special teams. That's what you like to see. You know, guys that, you know, obviously plays running back, but to get a special teams rep and make that tackle. Good job by Curtis Johnson getting down and make a good tackle, and good job by John Westfield getting that punt off and forcing a return there.
All right, Miller on a first down and 10. He dips the shoulder. Now he takes a shot down the field, and he's got his man. That's Robinson again, and Noah Robinson makes a big catch. Good shot from Miller. Good pass from Miller inside or on this side of the 50, and they mark him down at the Eastern 48-yard line, first down and 10.
It was a hitch and go. He just didn't get his head turned around to see the ball.
Right, it was a hitch and go, but Jamari had really good coverage on that. That was just a really good pitch and catch between the quarterback and receiver there.
First and 10 now, 1:10 remaining from the Eastern 48-yard line. Miller again. Krause takes the football. He's got room, and he bangs forward, crosses over the 45-yard line, gets down to the 44-yard line. First down carry will get him 5. Call it second down and 5.
Sean Moody and Bateman on the tackle there. Need to stay physical in here on this running back. Get a bunch of Eastern helmets on this running back, 32.
Under 40 seconds now. Here in the third quarter. Chase Miller out of the gun. Standing at the Eastern 49. To Krause. Now a reverse. Back the other way. But Eastern snuffs it out. Bateman is there.
Lost a yard.
And they lose a yard on the play. Great play by Bateman. And that should end the third quarter. Sam Skell as well for Eastern. And that's going to bring the third quarter to an end with your score. The Eastern Eagles 9 and the Mustangs 7. You're listening to Eastern University football on the JAKIB Sports Network.
The One Big Beautiful Bill was recently enacted by Congress. Many provisions such as no tax on tips and no tax on overtime can help reduce tax liability for many taxpayers. Are you unsure how the provisions of the bill will impact your taxes? Want to avoid any unforeseen surprises when filing your 2025 tax returns? Then you need to contact the tax professionals at Mankowski Associates CPA LLC. They will review your returns and provide guidance on how the changes will impact your return. They can be reached at 215-682-7366. And be sure to mention Eastern University for special discounts. That's 215-682-7366.
And we're back here live on the JAKIB Sports Network. Quarter number 4 is getting set to begin. The Mustangs will have a third down and 8 from the Eastern 46-yard line. Chase Miller, he's under pressure. He's going to stop, plant, fire, and throws down, and that pass is picked off as Miller, I think, was looking to throw it away. I'm looking for a flag. That pass is intercepted.
I think that was Eric Wilson, number 6, that picked that off. Great job by the defensive line, forcing the pressure, forces an errant throw. Good job by Eric Wilson, high pointing it. Big turnover there.
INT for Eric Wilson and a big turnover. And Eastern now will have a first down and 10 out at their own 28-yard line, going right to left here in the fourth quarter. Still 9-7.
It all starts with that pressure, right, Coach?
Mm-hmm.
Get that pressure on the quarterback. And it happened to play before with actually Sam Skell forcing the inside contain on that double reverse. If he doesn't do that, Stevenson would have got a first down there.
Now Johnson in motion. Nab out of the gun. Nab's taking a shot. He's going down the field. He has his man, but he missed him. Justin Nicolopoulos was wide open in stride, looking at the end zone, and Nab just missed him.
Yeah, I like him going vertical there. It looked like Jeremiah Brilliant was open down that sideline too.
Your dump off.
I like him trying to push the ball down the field there and get it,
So 2nd down and 10 following the big shot. Football still on the 28-yard line.
And that's what you do a lot of times after a turnover. You go for that big play right afterwards. Just didn't convert.
14:42 remaining, 4th quarter. Nab. Here comes Jeremiah. Not much for Billy, but he stays on his feet. Crosses up over the 30, down to the 31-yard line. It'll give them 3. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I don't want to just flip the field here. Let's get a first down and run the clock, get some points.
Yeah, they need to get some first downs here. Again, we talk about it all the time, but this, again, is another one of those big 3rd down conversions that they need to make. Third and 7 or 3rd and 8, whatever it may be. They need to come up with another big conversion.
Yeah, it's the only downside of missing that first, big long one. You're left with a long 3rd.
From the 31, Nab standing back at his 25. Pressure on Nab. And the football's deflected, goes straight up in the air, and then falls to the turf, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And Eastern will have to punt.
Yeah, just a good play by the Stevenson defensive line, getting their hands up in Brett's face and forcing him,
Pressure off the edge, too. Nobody there.
Yep.
Nobody picked him up. Westfield will come in the punt. Devin Grant will be back deep. He's standing at his own 33-yard line.
Come on, dude, get it off.
Westfield, no pressure this time.
It's a big punt.
Big punt drives Grant back to the 20, out to the 25, and then they hit him at the 30-yard line. Eastern trying to strip the football.
What are they doing?
And then they stop him at the 30-yard line on the return. And now the defense will come out.
Great punt there by John Westfield. Really nice punt. And, I'm always going to mention Sean McNamara with the snap. Good job by the snap. Always sets it up. John really unloaded one there when they needed one.
I still think that's where the refs are going to get kids hurt.
Yep.
That scrum was like 4 or 5 seconds. There was no need for it.
And that's when guys get picked off and get hit. And then also they call person PI,
Fights.
right?
Yep. First down and 10 for Chase Miller on the offense. The freshman standing at his own 25. Gives it to Krause. Krause cuts back up, gets a couple yards. Not much for Krause. Stopped in there by Chris Forte and LaFontaine. What is it? Is that Will?
Will.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's some chippiness going on down there.
So 2nd down.
It's getting ugly.
13-12 remaining. Football on the 33-yard line. 2nd and 7. Miller fires. How's his man? Grant's got it. He's knocked up out of bounds, but he picks up the first down. Drew Beckford on the coverage, but he's out and knocked out of bounds at his own 48-yard line. 1st and 10. 12:50 remaining.
Got to continue to put pressure on this kid.
Yep. You got to, obviously they got the 3 guys that have been providing some pressure. Need a little help. Maybe Sean Moody and Cole Jones coming off the corner.
This is when he comes off backside.
1st down and 10 from their own 48, left to right. Krause straight ahead. Does not get to midfield. They stop him at the 49-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. 12 minutes, 16 seconds remaining.
I like him coming from that right side. Yeah. Coach called that defense. Kashawn Moody crashing down. If that was a pass, he was blitzing.
He's blitzing, but he reads the run just as well.
Run, yep. That's a great play by Kashawn.
Miller on a 2nd down.
He's there again.
Krause. Kashawn Moody there. Krause crosses or gets to midfield. Tough 1 yard. Deshaun Moody hits him first. It'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs.
And Gashan's all the way on that left side, and the run's to the right, and he's making the play all the way down the line. Another great play there by Gashan Moody.
This is one I'll chalk up as could be one of the 5 plays.
Here we go. Miller standing at his own 45.
We're in a
the
zone.
Freshman. Out
There's
of the
a hold.
gun. He's under pressure. He steps up. He stays on his feet. Moody hits him short of the line to gain. He'll be about a yard short.
They'll go for it. I can't believe they didn't throw the hold that was in front of the ref.
Yeah, I mean, look at the sleeve Dakima's jersey. I mean, it looks like it was ripped off.
So 4th down and a yard.
I think they would have gone for it even if they didn't get the positive yards.
Mustangs will go. Football on the 43-yard line of Eastern. 10:42 remaining. Chase Miller will give the football to Krause. Klauser's going to cut back. He's got the 1st down and a lot more as he gets down to the Eastern 35-yard line. They move the sticks. It'll pick up a 1st down.
That was very slow developing.
That was. But, Klauser, obviously, seeing why he's one of the best running backs in the MAC, he just
Popped it out.
Sifted his way through that hole and got the positive yards and a big 1st down for Stevenson.
He popped it outside because the inside gap was blocked.
So 1st and 10, 10 minutes remaining. Football on the 35-yard line. Eastern trying to hold on. They have a 9-7 lead. The freshman quarterback, Miller. Out of the gun. Here comes pressure on Miller. He slings it down, but his receiver fell down. Stephen Tatum was the intended receiver, but he was well out of the play as he fell down at the 16-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We should not be falling for the handoff, the ball fake that he's running. We should just see your receiver and stay where you are or keep your zone filled.
9:50 remaining. 2nd down and 10. Miller. Snap. Gives it to Klauser. Klauser down to the 32-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Bateman and Kyrie Taylor on that tackle. I think Stevenson's in 4-down territory
Regardless,
here. So
yep.
I think regardless. So,
well, their kicker has a pretty good leg as well. Field goal does put them up by 1.
3rd and 7.
each of these 3rd down conversions become big plays, right, Coach?
Yep.
9:07 remaining. Miller, he's got pressure. Flips the pass out intended for Klauser, but it sailed over his head. That'll bring up 4th down. DiNardo was putting pressure on Miller, so it's 4th and 7.
Bringing the kicker out.
Wayne Clark as well.
And Sam McKinney.
49-yarder.
Don't go off sides here.
McKinney will hold. Valou, number 17, Mika Valou, will attempt the field goal.
Get your hands up.
Should have somebody back.
49 yards away from the lead. Snap, hold.
No good.
Kick,
Not
up,
even close.
And the kick is no good.
That hit the band, right? That's one of those hit the band,
Yep.
band kicks. That was, hey, you know what? Good job, though, for Stevenson. Because that kid was kicking long field goals
he
in
was.
pregame. Go out and see if he can make it, right?
49-yarders, no chip shot.
Yeah, no. I mean, just go out, just let it go. And but good job by the Eastern defense, obviously forcing them for that long field goal. Offense needs to push it. That last drive was not a good drive. They need to have a good drive here. At a minimum, flip the field, but it would be nicer if they had one of those 9-minute drives or just a long drive to convert into a touchdown here.
Now, and the offense will start 1st down and 10 from their own 32-yard line. 8 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. Give us to Jeremiah Vrillian. He tries to get to the outside. He runs to the far side and then cuts back up, drops the shoulder and bangs forward. They mark him down at close to the 39-yard line. So a good run from Jeremiah Brilliant on a first down carry. Call it now second down.
Really good run. Obviously, no ill effects of when he went down for a couple minutes. Great to see him running hard again. I would just keep giving the ball to number 3.
No, he's going to have a bruise in his back tomorrow, but that isn't going to stop him.
Second down and 3. Football to the 39. Nab, quick pass, and the pass is incomplete. That was Justin Nicolopoulos over in front of his own bench. And that brings up now third down.
It was kind of a waste of a play.
Yeah, it's a big third down conversion for this offense. They need to make this. I wouldn't be surprised if it's third and short. Be interesting to see if coach would go for it.
I don't think so.
I think he's going to punt it too. But let's hope they don't have that decision. But this is a big third down conversion.
8 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. It's 9-7.
Brett should already read zone if he's passing.
Nab standing in the gun on his own 34-yard line. He's going to fire. He's got to seek Smith. Smith's got it. Spins over midfield. Down to the 45. And the Seek Smith with those yaks after the catch gets down to the Stevenson 39-yard line. Picks up the first down and a lot more for Eastern. Big conversion.
Huge conversion. Not only yaks, but great hands.
I ask the question all the time, why on a 3rd and 4 don't you run a 5-yard hitch? And then he did everything else, the rest to make that play.
That's a great play call there. Good job by Brett finding the Seek Smith. Great catch. And then those yaks are obviously invaluable.
1st and 10 now. 39-yard line of Stevenson. Give us to Jeremiah. He tries to get to the outside, crosses the 35, and he's down past the first down marker before he's run up out of bounds. Jeremiah Brilliant with a big gain picks up the first down for Eastern.
He's getting really good blocks by our wide receivers out there. I'm just worried that guy over there in the striped shirt's going to throw the holding because he's really taking those outside wide.
These receivers block really well. The offense right now is instilling their will. That's what they need to do. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change a thing.
Down to the 28-yard line. 7:03 remaining. Nab standing at his 33-yard line. Out of the gun. He's going to throw. Nab, he's under pressure. He's flushed out. Still looking. Pass. Fires. Did he get it down?
Yes.
And the pass is caught. Down at the 11-yard line, Justin Nicolopoulos gets it in bounds, and it's good for the first down.
They might challenge.
That was Brett. There's no way that's going to get overturned. I mean,
no.
We at NFL, that was a great catch here by Justin Nicolopoulos. Great job there by Brett Nab. Of you know what, years past he might have run that right. Great job that he just.
They want him to run the play.
Saw Justin Nicolopoulos and a great pitch and catch between Nab and Nicolopoulos.
6:28 remaining. First down and 10 from the 16 now. Nab standing in the gun out of the 21. Give us to Jeremiah Brilliant. Brilliant to the outside. He's at the 10. He's
back
at the 5-yard line where he's knocked up out of bounds. But a flag comes down. A Brilliant run up out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Holding against Eastern. And that'll wipe it out.
Wow, what a great run there by Jeremiah Brilliant. I didn't see the hold. There's this linesman over here. Usually linesmen don't call holds. But it is what it is. So you got to take whatever the call is. The offense needs to keep doing what they're doing. They're moving the ball here.
Yeah, I agree. Keep doing what you're doing.
So the 16 becomes the 26.
And then, today they've been kind of doing these self-inflicted wounds of now playing behind the sticks. Same spot, in that first half when they got down here, got the touchdown, and then Deja vu, right?
The first down from the 25-yard line. Now sets up the screen. There's Jeremiah. And Jeremiah Brilliant had an escort into the end zone, but a great defensive play that time for Stevenson. Gets him from behind. Matthew Berry, number 10, What a great play by Barry to get Avrilian and stop that, or else we're calling touchdown.
I think that's his second game-saving tackle, number 10.
It was a good offensive call as well. They had 8 in the box
all the time.
They had 8 in the box, and they were coming.
Call for that all the time, that center screen.
Second down and 14 now, down to the 20-yard line. We're at 5:21 on the game clock. Nab at the 25. Here comes Jeremiah. Cuts back up inside the 20, and then he gets down to the 17, down to the 18-yard line, where it'll bring up third down.
This is a big third down.
This is one of those 5 plays.
Because I don't know what 3 does for you.
But 3 takes a field goal away from it, right?
Takes the 3 away, doesn't take the 6 away.
It doesn't take the 6 away, but you got to at least take the one of them, right, Coach? So,
4:45 remaining. Third down for Eastern and 12. They're at the 18-yard line of the Mustangs.
They're in man.
Nab. What will he do?
Blitz
He's
coming.
out of the gun. Here comes pressure. Nab's taking a shot. He's got him over in the end zone, and he's got him. Justin Nicolopoulos in the end zone, touchdown. And
Wow.
the flag is down.
Where?
Oh, no.
that might be just
No
there's no flag. No, there's
No
flag.
flag.
So, yeah,
they look,
that's a
they-
yellow
they look-
marker.
They look
Okay.
like flags. They do look like flags. I thought Justin might have got a penalty for his little celebration, but wow, Brett Knapp finding Justin Nicolopoulos in that right corner of the end zone. But more importantly, Justin making the adjustment to the ball. Huge catch. He had 2 big catches on that drive.
Now John Nolick in to make it 16-7. Snap, hold, kick, up, and the kick is good.
That's big.
That is a big extra point for John Nolick, extending the lead out to 16-7, 2-score game as Eastern now with 4:25 remaining, but a big conversion and a good shot from Nab.
Brett threw a beautiful back shoulder pass, and Justin ran a really good route to get the D-back inside of him, that he was the only one who could catch that ball on the outside.
That was just a great play. And, all around, Brett putting in the right spot, and then Justin Nicolopoulos making the adjustment on the ball. And then a huge shout out there to John Nolick. That was a huge extra point to get there from the kicker. I'm sure he's going to have a big kickoff here, big coverage. You talk about the 4 minutes of the game, right, Coach? Down to this last 4 minutes. Great to have it a 2-score game. This defense has been playing really well, but hats off to Nate Hinkle and the offense.
The offensive
of getting it together when they need to, right?
The offensive line did a great job there too, because they came with a full all-out blitz and man-to-man in the secondary.
Now Nolick will kick it off.
Squibbler.
Bounces inside the 10-yard line. We're going to get a return out to the 27-yard line, and that's where the Mustangs will come out and take over on a 1st down and 10, 4:19 remaining.
Now you're
Eastern 16, Mustangs 7.
Now you're putting some pressure on a freshman quarterback.
Yeah, the defense doesn't need to change a thing.
Mm-mm.
Just keep playing what you're doing. I mean, your defensive line is providing pressure. Your linebackers are making tackles. Your secondary is covering really well, keeping guys in front of them.
Keep everyone in front now.
Keep everyone in front. Do not have a quick score here.
1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Chase Miller, the quarterback. He's under pressure. He's flushed out. He's rolling. He stays on his feet, and he completes the pass to Grant out at the midfield, who runs down the sideline, down to the 37, 38-yard line. Devin Grant, and how about Chase Miller? Staying in composure, and he gets a big shot down the field.
He made that happen with his legs.
He extended the play, right,
Yep.
Coach? I mean, that's what you want to see. You usually don't see that in a freshman. Extended the play and saw his receiver downfield, got to him.
1st and 10 now from the Eastern 38. 3:41 will running. And now he is sacked behind the line. Gashad Moody gets him. And it's a big 1st down sack for Moody.
Okay, we call it number 1 on the offense, big play Slay, or big play Eddie Swinton. big play, Gashawn Moody. That's a huge play there. He's been all over the field today.
I love when he comes off the edge like that because he's reading run and or sack.
Loss of 7, 2nd and 17. 3:10 remaining. Miller again. Down. And this time, Grant's got it. Gashawn Moody on the coverage, but Grant has it down at the Eastern 21-yard line. And Miller again with composure puts the ball right on the money. And Grant brings it in. First down to the Eastern 21.
That was a great pitch and catch right there. Gashawn Moody had not terrible coverage on him. Had backside help with the safety, and the quarterback just put it right in the bucket.
Under 3 now. 1st and 10 from the Eastern 21. Miller out of the gun. Now Krause, he's going to take the football. He tries to pick his way, crosses over the 20-yard line. The hole closes up pretty quickly that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm good with that. That'll take it to the 2-minute unless they use a timeout now.
Yep.
Wayne Clark filled the hole in, and that brings us, or that is a timeout rather, 2:27 remaining.
Yeah, they used a timeout.
They used a timeout. Stevenson used a timeout. That was a smart timeout by them. So the defense needs to do 2 things. Obviously, keep them out of the end zone, but at a minimum, try to have this clock, or at least have Stevenson use all their timeouts when, if they do score, that Eastern gets the ball back with Stevenson having no chance to stop the clock.
Yeah, I'm a possession and a half ahead. I'm already thinking touchdown. They got 2, and our hands team needs to be ready.
Yep. And that's, I'm sure the coaches to our left, they're definitely thinking of that. You're always thinking a couple steps down down the road of different things that can happen, and then you make those adjustments, right, Coach?
We're going to get a big defensive play here from someone.
2:27 remaining. It's 16-7 Eastern. The Mustangs have a 2nd down and 8 on the Eastern 21. Miller, the freshman, playing well here in the second half. He stands in there. He fires. He completes his pass down to the 14-yard line.
That was really close to a pick.
That was Cole Jones.
Short of the line to gain, but a good gain. It'll bring up 3rd down. 2:14 remaining.
Going to get it off before the 2-minute.
3rd and 2. Miller snaps the football. Standing in the pocket. Fires incomplete.
What happened?
And that'll bring us down to the 2-minute timeout.
That was an odd finish to that play.
That surely was.
Everyone just stopped.
16-7. Eastern. We'll keep it here. 1:57 remaining.
So they need 2 scores. Do they try to take their field goal here?
Well, it's 4th down.
So yeah, I mean that's all the things that keep coaches up at night. What are you doing this?
What are you doing, Coach? Are they taking the field goal?
If you get the 3, you at least have the shot now at onside kick to get the ball back. If you score or get the first, you're starting to run out of time.
I think based on that logic, I think you got to kick a field goal.
Right,
you go for the 4th and 2 and you don't get it.
The game's over.
I mean, you need
over.
You need the 2 scores regardless. So does it matter when you take the which one?
Right.
So
conversely, you think, well, are we going to get down? We're so far down here. Let's go for the end zone right here.
And you've used the timeout already, so you're only down to 2
with under 2 minutes. 2-minute warning right here. Yeah, I mean, that's why coaches get the big bucks, right, Coach? You think of all these different things. It looks like they're gonna go for it, obviously on 4th down, without their kicker coming out trying to make a kick.
Well, there's a lot of 90s.
You know what? Now the kicker is coming out.
Kicker is coming out.
I was going to say there's a lot of 90s that just came out on the field for the line.
I think
number 17.
Make sure we have enough people or not too many. Don't
Mika
jump off.
below.
Don't jump off sides.
Will attempt the field goal.
Don't jump. Don't jump.
Snap, hold, kick, up, And the kick is good.
All right. Need your hands team now.
Kick is good, and they convert. So that makes it 16-10.
I think the Stevenson coaching staff was listening to Bernie's headset there because it didn't seem like they were going that route, Coach. But that I think, to your point of coaching and the next step, you need 2 scores on fourth down. If you don't get it, the game's over.
Yep.
So you get what do you do? You always take the chances you're going to have most opportunities to win. You got to take the field goal. Plus, you trust your field goal kicker there. Get the 3 points, and now it was a one score game.
It was no gimme at 4th and 3 or 4th and 4.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. So, so you have more opportunities to win the game. That's one opportunity to win the game. You don't get it, you lose.
I think the real
now you have more opportunities.
I think the real decision, if it would have been 4th and 1, now can we bang the best, the leading rusher in the league for a yard? Either way, you got to get 2 scores. So pick whichever potion you want.
Stevenson has 2 timeouts. Eastern has all 3. 1:53 remaining.
Yeah, we should have our hands team out.
Yep. And John Westfield's one of our hands guys. Also plays baseball on the baseball team, Big 97. He got one.
All right. So he's facing.
He's
from that angle. You can only kick the high bounce, or possibly a middle dribble because he's a right-footed kicker.
So the onside kick coming for the Mustangs. Here we go. 1:53. Kick takes that high bounce.
Rivera.
And Rivera went up to get it.
That is a selfless play right there. He knew he was going to get hit.
I got to tell you what. That kicker, that was a great kick.
Really,
it got the second bounce. They always talk about the second bounce.
It
got the second bounce. That was an old school.
It was very well executed.
This kid's a good kicker, but I'll tell you, great job by Chris Rivera. He knew he was going to get walloped. He goes up, high points the ball, secures the ball, gets the hit, and comes down. Huge play there by Chris Rivera.
What's hard to do on that is you have to convince your front line people that they have got to take that collision first so the second line can recover the ball.
First down and 10 for Nab and the offense. 1:47 remaining. 16-10. Nab out of the gun. Standing on his 45-yard line. Cuts back up into the center of the field, and he gets down to the 45-yard line of the Mustangs.
We need to execute first downs.
Yep. Just keep getting those 4
Gain
yards.
of 4, second down and 6. Stevenson would call a timeout. They did not.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they haven't.
Yeah,
second down and 6, football on the 46-yard line. Clock winding down.
Because he won't snap this till we're down to like 4 seconds. Ooh, that's mismanagement of time.
Yeah,
108. Nab standing on his own 49. Nab going to keep the football again. Crosses the 40, picks up the first down, gets down to the 36-yard line. Brett Nab says, hey, I'll take it myself, and he's got the first down.
Now he took a timeout.
Big first down, though. Big first down. You can get a first down on 2 plays like that. Really surprising they didn't call a timeout before that, but great job by Brett Nab putting kind of the offense on him right now, saying, hey, I'm going to keep running for these first downs. That's a huge first down for this offense. 58 seconds to go. 1 timeout left for the Mustangs. If they get
two plays away from winning it.
Coach, do your Kutztown math with 1 timeout, and they run the clock all the way down?
Mm-hmm.
With 4 downs?
Yeah.
They can, right?
Yeah. Don't take a knee.
No, don't take a knee. Well,
make the clock run.
Yeah, no. Yeah, keep getting, try to get this first down. To really.
Well, they got 1 timeout. They got 1 timeout remaining.
First down.
Victory formation.
Yeah, I think that first down sealed it.
For Eastern. They're going to win this football game on the road. Nab.
Well, you win the MAC outright now.
Brett, you got to move up. He keeps taking those negative yards there.
And look at Nab.
Messing his stuff
reaching over with arms in the air to all of the Eastern faithful who are down sitting to our right.
You see them, a couple of them with the eagle flaps.
I see BJ Nolik down there.
One more snap and it's over.
Move up, Brett. Look, another 4-yard loss.
And Eastern
That bothers you every week.
is going to win this football game. Your final score, Eastern 16 and the Mustangs 10. And now we wait.
Hurry up and wait.
We hurry up and wait to see where this football team will go. But it cannot be stated enough how strong and how well this football team has played every game against a different form of either adversity or self-inflicted wounds, and they battle back and they get the win today when it didn't look like the offense was going to be anywhere close to what it needed to be.
Krause, we could just drop the mic on that because you said it perfect. This team, no matter what adversity, whatever's thrown against these guys, they come out and get the win. They are 9-1. They are MAC champions by themselves. Year 3.
And they're no less than 23rd in the country.
That is just, you can say this was an ugly win. Defense played great today. They just played really well. Offense played well when they needed to, right? I mean, they sputtered a little bit, but they've done that in the past. Last week, they sputtered a little bit against FDU, and then second half, they just rolled. It's just great to see.
You said it before. A win is a win is a win.
And now the presentation down on the field as they set up the final score. This is when you need a field mic down there. But up in here, because we're inside the bubble of the glass.
It's a family show. We don't need the mic down there.
Yeah. We're
celebrating.
We're inside the glass, so it's very, very difficult to even pick up any nat sound inside the bubble. But we'll be able to watch it as Eastern is going to win the game today. They're going to get their MAC Conference T-shirts and Eastern Eagles. How about that? Are 9-1 and on their way into the postseason.
If anybody gets close, I'll take an extra large.
And it just sounds so much better to not be co-champions, right? I mean, just champions of the MAC for this team, this coaching staff. A shout out to Eastern University administration, Kenton Sparks and Dr. Matthews, and obviously Brian Bingham, the athletic director. We're going to throw a shout out to Eric McNelly, who's the guy that hired Billy Crocker. There's so many people that had their hands in this team and this vision, and to see it come right in front of us, where I thought it started happening 2 years ago when they lost in overtime to Stevenson, where they said, hey, we can hang with anybody. And then last year they had that 5-5 season, and then this year 9-1. Wow, just for the parents, for these kids that have the belief in this program. Wow, it's just awesome to see. Coach Crocker, look at Coach Crocker out there.
Well, and take a look at the Mustangs, all out on the field, watching it all unfold as the Eastern Eagles get an opportunity to celebrate today's win. It'll be a fun bus ride back up 95, that's for sure, as they win it. And then we wait for the Dan Mao email to tell us where we're going or what's happening. Thank you, sir.
I said it a couple times during the season, but Stevenson's young kid at quarterback, he's going to be good.
Yeah, he's going to be good.
Yeah,
he's going to be a good one. We're going to see plenty of good quarterbacks coming our way.
Boy, I wish we had the ability, but we don't, to turn the camera on and let everybody see as they hand out the MAC Conference Championship T-shirts and the Eastern Eagles.
Brett had another 100-yard rushing game.
Hey, Krause, let's give a shout out to all the parents too. That some of the there's you talk to all these different kids, from all different parts of the country, and I know their parents can't get in here for every game, but I'll tell you what a great memory these guys are going to have for the rest of their life, being MAC champions of of this conference. It's just so great to see. And Coach, what do you miss as when you're a player now when you're not? You miss the locker room. You miss the bus rides. You miss this type of stuff. And for this to unfold right in front of us with this team, I'm telling you, all these parents, you should be really proud of your kids because they are great kids and they're a great team and they're great football players and even better people.
Yeah, and I know that we have a handful of fans here. I'm sure we don't have the majority of the parents that could get here, especially our California parents and Florida parents,
and Alabama parents.
So hopefully they're listening to us, and you can't convey how special it is, from up here. Like I said, we're 4 stories up, but the kids got their championship shirts. I don't see a trophy or
no. I want to give a shout out to Logan McGowan too. Logan got hurt over the summer, really, really bad knee injury. We see him working his tail off, getting ready for next season. But he's been a kind of a player coach with this team, really keeping these guys motivated. Great to see guys like that and what they're doing. And it's all so many guys that are a success to help make this team a success. And it's just I love seeing them with their T-shirts on. We'll try to get you an extra large when we go down there, Bernie.
If you see it. Look at that.
And look at this as they make the announcement inside the stadium and the entire team with their MAC Conference Championship T-shirts all walking over toward the Eastern crowd. And now they'll take the ceremonial photo with the MAC Conference banner, one that will go up and become part of the time capsule of this football program. There will never be another first MAC championship win for Eastern. There might be a second.
I think it's
might be a third.
Yes, exactly.
But I'm saying there'll never be a first. In a year of firsts, another first is checked off the list, and Eastern wins the MAC.
What a classy move by Stevenson to announce Eastern when you have an opposing team that's celebrating on your field. It's never, especially on Senior Day. Class move by Stevenson to announce these guys as the MAC champions.
This is a hard fought game.
It's a really good football game. It wasn't the prettiest game, but it was a really good football game.
It was a defensive game today.
Yep.
Both sides. It was a good defensive battle.
Got the 4 team captains holding the banner.
I'm just proud that we were able to be a part of it, from the start on this.
Seeing these kids grow up and the coaching staff grow up, it's just.
I think it's
so out at midfield right now.
I
the
think
captain's holding the banner.
I think it's classy of these 4 kids from Stevenson staying out here to watch.
Yep. And
we're clapping.
Yeah, I mean, this is becoming a good rivalry now, right? And that's how rivalries start. Stevenson still. I mean, look at this facility. I mean, this is what I think Eastern espouses to be someday with their facility.
It's beautiful.
And now the picture of the banner.
And I think I saw Bing down there.
Lined up on the right and the left side of midfield.
Yeah, I saw him down there.
That's great that Bing made the trip down.
Surprised he didn't come up at half.
I don't think he knew how to get up here.
And now the ceremonial team picture.
Something you can never take away from him.
Look at that.
It will live forever. There's Nab and Coach Crocker right in the center. The champion banner behind him. What a moment. What a memory. Unbelievable.
The ones in the back trying to be seen.
Yeah.
I mean, just an incredible, incredible thing to watch now that it's officially in the books. And now Eastern can set their sights on a postseason invitation.
And I think they're all getting together tomorrow to watch the selection committee. But what a great, I never got a chance to do that with a team. But for these guys to be sitting in the auditorium or the cafeteria, wherever they're all going to get, their locker room, wherever they're going to get together, to have your name called and know you're playing in the postseason. What a great moment for these kids. Yeah. I'm really excited for them.
Yeah, we waited, but we didn't get the call.
Coach Crocker
It was
is
actually
taking another photo.
It was actually very difficult to get in the tournament back when I played.
That's the excuse I'm going to use for Springfield College back
Yeah.
in my day. Pretty tough to get in there.
Yeah,
Well, that's going to do it from here. Down on the campus of Stevenson University, the Eagles end up 9-1, and now get ready for postseason action. Will they play next week, or will this team get a bye and advance into the second round? We'll know on Wednesday when the results come out. I believe Wednesday. Will we know Wednesday, or will we know tomorrow?
I should know tomorrow.
I think we know. No, we'll know Sunday. Wednesday is when the All-MAC selections and how many players from this. And I think to Bernie's point before, 9-1 sounds a lot different than 8-2.
Yeah, it sure does.
So I'm hoping that might help some of these guys with the individual awards, which I know none of these guys care about.
Yeah, when it comes to the rankings, then too, you have some of these schools that have a tougher division that they play in, and there are 2 lost teams that are going to be up ahead of us. I mean, it's just the way it is because of where they play and who they play.
Well, we were 23 coming in, so
we shouldn't go down.
We shouldn't go down. We won the game.
Actually, Dan said we could go down.
We could
with the strength of, but it shouldn't. But
we're in.
We're, you know what? Exactly. We're Eastern is in. Just so excited for these kids. Congratulations.
Whoever you put in front, that's who you got to play.
Doesn't matter. And wherever it is.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and being a part of the broadcast today. We had a great audience out there listening to us across all of the platforms, and we thank you for being a part of the JAKIB Sports Network. We'll see you next week, or we'll see you in the playoffs. Last word, Warren, and then I'll give you Coach last word before I sign off.
Again, I can't. It's just so cool, and Bernie said this. For us to be a part of this, from when I first met Billy Crocker to his hiring the coaching staff, to them bringing us on to be the media part of their deal, and then team 1, and then team 2, and now this team 3, just top to bottom, from the administration to the coaches to the guys that set up the, just everything. It's just so cool to be a real small part of this, but to see them be able to celebrate, it's just really cool, and they deserve it because I know they put the work in. And Coach, it starts at the top. Coach Crocker, congratulations. Just get ready for the playoffs, and let's have a long playoff run.
Coach,
special moment for them. Enjoy it while you can. Get your mind straight and get ready for the tournament. And don't forget to enjoy it, because it doesn't happen every year, and it doesn't happen to every team. So you're there for the first time. Don't forget to enjoy it.
We'll tell Coach Crocker that on the Coaches Show. You'll hear it on the JAKIB Sports Network on Thursday of this upcoming week. Should be an interesting Coaches Show. Be a great Coaches Show, actually, to talk to the head coach. And we look forward to postseason football for the Eastern Eagles. That's going to do it from down here at Stevenson University. On behalf of my partner, Warren Schmidt, and, of course, the coach, Bernie Nowatarski, and everyone who is part of JAKIB Nation, who has been with us for every broadcast, we thank you as well. In many, many ways, perhaps all, this win is for you. See you next time, everybody.